Good Advice is Rarer Than Rubies by Salman Rushdie is a great example of the art of storytelling. First of all, we have this moment of surprise in the story. A moment that the reader just didn't see coming, that the reader did not anticipate. Of course, I'm talking about the moment when Miss Rihanna steps out of the consulate. She's all smiles when she declares, "I got all the questions wrong." The reader, speechless. Ali is speechless. How does Rushdie achieve that? He achieves it by using a very simple but a very effective technique. In other stories, the hero of the story is introduced to the reader. The reader will learn something about his or her appearance, background story, personality. But this is not the case in this story. Miss Rihanna remains a mystery. She remains a mystery to Ali, and she remains a mystery to the reader. And that is something that fascinates Ali, and it fascinates the reader. We, as Ali, we want to figure out what is that woman's agenda. And only in the very last moment, we get the full picture when she finally explains herself that she never had the intention to go to England in the first place, that she did it all on purpose because she wants to stay in her home village. Another aspect. The opening part of the story has a great example of indirect characterization. And that is the moment when Miss Rihanna gets off the bus that takes her to the consulate. She tells the driver, "You've got a beautiful bus." And the driver, he jumps up from his seat and helps her out of the bus. And that tells us, well, here's a woman who knows how to get things done her way, who knows how to get what she wants. She is aware of her looks. She is aware of her impact, especially on men. And she's ready, she's willing, and she knows how to use that. And of course, that is a foreshadowing of what is happening later. Ali wants to play her, but seemingly she plays him. And in the end, he is ready to offer her a genuine passport for free. Last aspect, the ending of the story. That actually is my favorite part of the story. Miss Rihanna in the bus, riding off into the sunset. But this is not the last image that the reader gets. No, the last image is of Ali standing in the compound, looking after the bus, riding into the sunset. And Rushdie tells us that Miss Rihanna's smile was the happiest thing that he had ever seen in his long, hard, unloving life. And the reader cannot help but to feel pity, sympathy, empathy for Ali. The reader is invited to think about the life of this man. A life that probably is full of regrets, of a lot of wrong decisions. The reader might also think that, well, the things that he did, the bad things that he did, stealing money of the Tuesday women, they were not motivated by, well, getting rich or because he's a malicious guy. To some extent, this kind of work was forced to him. It is a way to survive. With this ending, I think, Rushdie is able to create a human moment by evoking the feeling of empathy, which is a genuine human emotion. When we look at people behaving towards each other, well, admittedly, we don't see that much empathy. And this is why we need literature. This is why we need stories. We need stories like that to evoke that feeling in us. We need stories like that to remind us of that feeling. And most important of all, we need stories like that to remind us that we are capable of feeling like that. Because the communities, the societies that we live in, they will only prosper in the future if they are built upon empathy.